night when the forest refused to sleep, a young messenger ran through smoke and falling warriors, clutching a message that could save his people or destroy them forever. Behind him, the thunder of Kiriji shook the earth. Guns roared like angry gods, and brothers hunted brothers in the darkness. But what he carried was more dangerous than war, because inside that message was the moment that would decide who would control Yoruba land forever. And before this story ends, you will see how one war changed the future of an entire people.
Long before foreign ships crossed the great waters, before paper ruled over drums, there was a land of warriors, kings, and living ancestors. In the heart of Yoruba land, power was rising, Ibadan was growing stronger, and the eastern kingdoms were watching in silence. But history has taught us something. When power grows too fast, war begins to breathe. Ibadan was not built like other cities. It was built by survivors of war, by fighters who refused to fall. Slowly, Ibadan became feared. Small towns paid tribute. Trade routes were controlled. War leaders decided who lived free. And across the eastern lands, fear began to spread. Ekiti, Ijesa, Igbomina, and slowly, quietly, anger began to grow. Then, something changed. The eastern kingdoms began to speak to each other, not as rivals, but as people who wanted to survive. Ekiti, Ijesa, Igbomina, they chose unity. They called it Parapo, togetherness, because they understood something. If they fought alone, they would fall alone. Then came the sound, Kiriji, the sound of thunder. From guns, the forests shook. Smoke covered the sky. Brothers fought brothers. Villages burned. Farms were abandoned. This was no longer a battle. It was survival. The war refused to end. Years turned into more years. Children grew up knowing only war. Markets became empty. Songs became funeral songs. And the land itself seemed tired. Deep inside the sacred forests, the priestess spoke. When brothers fight for too long, strangers begin to plan. But war had already hardened hearts. Then they came, not with drums, not with spears, but with paper, with promises, with plans, hidden inside peace. In 1893, peace was signed. The war ended, but something else had already begun. The guns fell silent, but history did not forget. The thunder of Kiriji still lives in memory, because unity is power, and division always invites new rulers.